Okay, just to give a quick update for the trading room for Thursday, November 7th, 2019. We'll go over it really quick. Traded 4 different instruments, the ES, the YM, CL, which is oil, and UGAZ, which is like a stock, trades on the stock market. And so for the ES, the first one, there was no signal. Second one, there was a long signal. It went up a little bit. Third one was a long signal. It went up a little bit. The fourth one was a short signal. It went down. Fifth one was a long signal. It went up. Sixth one was no signal. And then this one, the seventh one, was a long signal. Didn't work. And then the next one was a short signal, worked all the way down. Next one was a long signal, worked for a little bit. Next one was a short signal, worked all the way down. Next one was a short signal, worked down to the bottom. And then for the YM, very similar, but the first one was a long signal. It worked all the way to the top. Second one was a long signal. It worked all the way to the top. Third one was a long signal. It worked all the way to the top. Fourth one was a short signal, only went down a little bit. Fifth one was a long signal. It worked up a bit there. The next one was a short signal. It worked all the way down. The next one was a long signal, and it didn't work. And then the next one was a short signal, worked for a little bit on the way down. And then the next one was a long signal. It worked for a little bit going back up. And then the next one was a short signal. It worked all the way down. Next one was a short signal. It worked all the way down. Now for oil, similar but different. First one was a long signal. Didn't work. Well, it worked a little bit, but not very much. And then the next one was a short signal. Only worked for a little bit coming down. And then the next one was a long signal. Worked all the way up. Next one was a long signal. It worked all the way up. Next one was a long signal, worked all the way up to the top there. And then the next one was a short signal, worked all the way down. Next one was a long signal, worked up just a little bit, worked for just a little bit. And then the next one was a short signal, worked all the way down. Next one was a long signal, only worked for a little tiny bit. Next one was a short signal, worked all the way down. Next one was a short signal, worked all the way down. And then for UGAZ, similar, but again different. The first one was a long signal, worked all the way up to the top. Second one was a long signal, it too worked all the way up to the top. Third one was a short signal, worked all the way down to the bottom. Fifth one was a short signal, it worked all the way down to the bottom. Sixth one was a short signal, worked all the way down to the bottom. Seventh one was a short signal, worked all the way down to the bottom. This one here, there's no signal. This one here, it's a short signal, works down to the bottom. This one is a short signal, works down to the bottom. This one is a long signal, works up a little bit, doesn't go very far. And the next one is also a long signal, doesn't go very far at all though. And it's the end of the day. So as you can see, trading room is working. My trading system is working. We also nailed inside the room this trade, taking it all the way up for nice, for getting off to a good start and writing it up. Then we had 2 more that said to go up, so able to do well there. And but you can see overall for the day, it mostly just moves sideways. It didn't move all that much. But when it does move, system catches it way up here to go short, and you could write it all the way down. Also, we caught the very beginning too, not just here, but got a better entry than here, and we were able to write it all the way up. And I do call out those entries when they look good. So it's not just the trading room that is special, and you could trade whatever is hot at the time. Like for instance, we switched over to CL instead of one of the stocks because the stocks weren't doing very much. and ES and YM weren't doing very much, but CL was moving. So we switched over to that, and it did really well. Whereas if these go sideways, system doesn't work so much as good. And but if it's moving, it works really well. And on these two bottom ones here, it was working really well because the instruments were both moving. But was able to catch it really good over here and drive it all the way down. Have two signals say to go short. And the very beginning was also good, which we caught. But during the sideways time, not so good. But yeah, it just depends on how much the instrument is moving. That's why once we started to realize it was going sideways up here, I switched over to CL. So anyway, not only can you see that the trading room is working on 4 different instruments at one time, but also that my system is working. And you just have to know how to use it. And that, does take some practice, because you want to know when to avoid these times in here. These signals. You want to know when to avoid them and when to switch over to something that is moving, like we did with oil. So yeah, you really need to, that's why the trading room can really help you to get some experience for a while, and then, then you're good to go on your own. But it may take a while. It may take 6 months, it may take a year to really get it down where you think you're, mastered it and do it for yourself, no problem. But this will really help you, and also my commentary inside the trading room will really help you, because I help you with different trades, like I helped at the very beginning and was able to nail a good trade going up. So, and also I'm tracking my system inside the room too, so that you know which ones are the better ones to take, which really helps. Anyway, I'm going to get going. Hope all of you traders are doing well in your trading. If not, if you're struggling, come into the room, and we're doing well. As long as the market keeps moving, we're going to be doing well. Or market goes flat, we've got stocks. As long as the stocks are moving, we're doing well. If everything goes flat, well, nothing we can do about that. But that's not been the case for a very, very long time, and stocks are always pretty much moving along with the market. So we look good. Now oil might get really active, or it might sort of die like it did before. That's unknown, but the market should be doing fairly well along with individual stocks. That's why I stopped trading just oil and trade everything now using my system, because when you can trade everything, then you can focus on whatever is the hottest. Just, if this one's hot, you trade this one. If that one's hot, you trade that one. If gold all of a sudden is really hot, what do? You trade gold. Whatever is hot at the time, you trade it. That's why I started trading CL to begin with, because guess what? It was hot. It was so hot. It was incredibly hot. Like, how about $10 a day moves? That's what I call hot. In fact, I saw it move $28 in one day. $28 in one day. Now, that's what I call hot. And that's why I was trading CL to start with. So it's the same thing. Whatever is hot is what we're going to trade inside the room, so that we can always be on something that's good to trade. Assuming there always is something, which there usually always is. Something is always hot. Anyway, I'm going to get going. Hope your traders are doing well. I'll give you another update on how the room is doing. See you then.